I'm here with my patient Joel today, and so I'd asked Joel if he would be willing to share his experience in our office with NIS. So, and he's agreed to do that, which I'm really grateful for. So I've really enjoyed working with Joel and watching him go through some changes over the last year. So if you just share your story with us, that'd be great.
Wow, that's pretty open-ended. Yeah, I've just had some degenerating health for a long time, probably 10 years, I'd say, with some past history and some semi-traumatic, I would say, head injury, stress, that sort of thing. 08, the economic crash got everybody, and that really seemed to wear me down on top of whatever, overworking. And so trying lots of different things, had some success with some herbal things before. Always seen naturopaths for probably 30 years and had never seen this technique. And definitely, I would say the first time here, I saw results in some small things that were pretty astounding. That hip adjustment was the first thing. And, used to going to a chiropractor or a masseuse, getting some work. So I understand that if that tension can come out of the muscles, but when you did it with just a little tap here and a slide there and a touch there, and then I walked out of here and could feel my hips just suddenly I had more freedom of movement. That was pretty amazing and a confirmation of the power of what this does. So not being afraid of alternatives and new things, and understanding somewhat how the body's connected and with energy and nervous pathways and such, didn't put me off. I wanted more, and so I think what we've done over the last 6 months or so, is there's been a lot of little things that were one and done. And that's always great. And then of course, as you peel that onion back and more things crop up, some things have taken a little bit more. I think today we worked on that stomach issue that's kind of been at the center. Nerves and overwork and overwhelmed and a lot of things, whatever comes together for me to cause that issue. But it's where my energy, if that's feeling good, I have more energy. If I'm feeling down, which is first, or I'm not too sure, but as we talked about today, we're going to get rid of that one way or another.
Yes.
So overall, for me, I understand there's not usually a magic bullet when you're my age and you have enough history that you've packed in some things over the years that have caused different health problems. But I would say 2 to 3 years ago, I could barely work, or if I could work, it was, half days, or some days I wouldn't work at all, might work 2 or 3 days and then get 2 days off, just didn't have energy. And so, whereas I don't feel like I have as much energy as I could right now, I'm working full days, working at home, as we talked about. I have some hobbies that are starting to come back that I haven't done in years. I may not have got back to riding dirt bikes and windsurfing, but I may not at my age ever get back to that. But my health is on a pathway, I think, where mentally it feels like there's some light at that end of the tunnel, where we are going to get to something that's a little more stable, not so up and down, like I've experienced the last 10 years.
When you shared with me today, you're even thinking of looking for a project to do, like fixing up a house or something, right?
So I've been a contractor for 35 years, grew up with my dad before that. So that's high energy stuff, work for myself. So you just get it, you work till it's done. I have the total package of physical and mental health. Feel like I have the energy, it's automatic. I automatically go back into wanting to do that, which is where I've been for, I would say, start thinking about it about 3 months ago, and a month ago I pulled the trigger. And,
good.
And so I'm well into that. I have to get home tonight and do paperwork, but that's an indicator for me that there's a pretty tremendous upswing.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't hurt coming in here with all the, happy folks around here. And of course, Dr. Bentz is just a good time. It's always fun to come in here.
Hey, share a little bit about that. You had the very interesting issue, I thought, of when you would get exposed to cold, your neck and back muscles would just tighten up. And you had some change with that, I think.
So in 2012, I was doing a siding job about this time of year, and a lot of times I would consistently go home 2:30, 3 o'clock, sometimes 2 o'clock, and it seemed to be, I'd get through the day and I'd feel a little bit of a headache first thing around mid-morning, 11 o'clock, but I'd take a break, I'd get a hot drink, I'd eat a sandwich, bundle up, and I didn't at that time connect it to the back of my neck, other than over time I associated those things as synonymous. When I had a headache, I had exposed the back of my neck to a cold breeze when I was warm. So it was cold outside, so I bundled up, and the back of my neck, when, like I'd take a hat off or I'd have a hoodie and I'd get warm, so that was how I'd adjust my heat. So when the back of that neck was more exposed and the cold hit the back of my neck, I would get the headache, which is migraine-ish, not really full-on migraine, but it would affect my stomach, and a lot of times I'd be very nauseous or even throw up. And the only thing that I'd get rid of it is just go sleep it off. It's very similar. I have bad motion sickness sometimes, and it's very similar. You just have to sleep it off. And so through the right timing here and saying the right words that caught Dr. Bentz's attention was we addressed that. And you know more about the specifics of what exactly happened there, but I think there was some spinal fluid with a virus or something in it that you addressed.
And that's pretty much all done for you.
And that was a one and done. I think it took a week or two to take complete effect. I think it took effect immediately and then kind of tapered off, because I haven't had any headaches in, I would say that was 3 to 4 months ago that you addressed that.
Really wonderful.
In the last couple of months, no headaches. And I always have several headaches a month that are maybe not as enough to send me home anymore, but still pretty substantial and pretty annoying.
Well, that's great.
So that was a good one,
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I got to say, I've really enjoyed working with you and watch where you go through. And the thing that I appreciate is that you really are committed to taking care of yourself and getting your health back on track, and that's half the battle right there. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Joel.
Yep, you bet. Thanks.